All right, how y'all doing? I hope there's enough light. If not, call your sponsor. But just needed to let you know, just checking in. I do these videos just to do a little bit of journaling, a little bit for me, and just a little bit, that I can give back on a daily basis. I appreciate anybody who watches this. Hopefully, you can take something from it. If you can't, that's cool. Just for watching it, I appreciate that. Just wanted to come to you guys and show you my appreciation and my gratefulness and give a couple things that work for me and just share a little bit. Went to a couple meetings today. I like to go to a meeting in the morning. It's AA. I like to get my dose of NA in the nighttime. Really helps me, really helps me understand that, I've definitely am an addict. I'm an alcoholic. I can't pick up a drink. I can't pick up a drug. I'm not going to be able to use. So I might as well live this good life and come closer to God on a daily basis and really gain that consciousness and that self-worth that I've been missing for so long. Because for a long time, I didn't love myself. I didn't love myself so much that I put to the side my feelings and my emotions and didn't know how to cope with them. I used to always cope with them by being the best, being what I can, being what I'm showing off, getting where I need to get. Now I get to show off what I do on a daily basis that can help somebody. So, I turn my defects into assets, which is going to be an amazing thing for me once I can allow God to show me how He wants me to use that, and I really think that this is a blessing, and where He put me, I'm totally, absolutely, 100% grateful for. I'm learning more and more on a daily basis to where I can actually just, shut my mouth, listen, learn, and gain things and gain knowledge on a daily basis, which is also what I put aside for the longest time, and substituted my growth and me gaining knowledge. I partied. I threw all my attention to women and drugs and alcohol, and that stuff had to stop. And I learned that all my problems came from a really small age. I was always raised in a really, really good home, and I didn't have to worry about the things that really would throw tests and tribulations at me on a daily basis. My dad took a lot of that off on me, but I learned a lot of that, a lot from my dad. I learned a lot of reading people and understanding people, and I've always done that really well, but I used it in the wrong way. I used it to manipulate people. I used it to get my way. If I didn't have my way, I just I threw that little baby fit until I got my way. And sometimes I wish I had it harder, but if I didn't have it harder, I wouldn't have learned the things that I learned in the exact places that I learned them, in the exact ways that I did learn them. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I had to go through the hard times to get to the good times that I'm getting through now. And I just appreciate 100% the things that people do for me on a daily basis. The people that I was putting myself around on a daily, I didn't put myself around bad people per se, but they were killing themselves slowly, just like I was. And I was thinking about that question that we all come across when we go to county jail and we get locked up, and they say, have you ever thought about suicide? Have you ever thought about killing yourself? And I laughed the other day because I finally understood that. I always tell them no. I always tell them no because the only time I ever tried to kill myself, I've never tried. I used it as a manipulation tactic. I used it for people to feel sorry for me. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna put this gun in my mouth and I'm gonna boom, it'll be done. I never wanted to kill myself. I never wanted. I love life way too much. So I used it to manipulate people, which is fucked up, you know what I mean? Because I was telling them, I'm going to take myself away from you forever. And I wasn't thinking, that was selfish of me. I wasn't thinking of who that would really hurt. I was just thinking of, maybe this can change the person's mind that I want to change their mind, and it was just a whole, horrible cycle. But when I go back to that, thinking about, when I come into treatment or when I go to county jail or when, all these things happen, they say, have you ever had thoughts of suicide or harming yourself or others? And I say no. I really mean no. I never put it into action. I never tried. But, I never thought that, I was killing myself on a daily basis when I was using drugs, when I was putting those toxins in my body, So actually, yes. And so I just wanted to get that off my chest for sure, because that's been a lie that I've been telling for a long time, that, nah, I've never thought of suicide. I'm not like that. I'm not, I'm not grimy like that. But I tried to kill myself on a daily basis. I always stayed away from the needles as much as possible, and I never shot up heroin. I never got into that because I was afraid of death. I was afraid of what the outcome could be. But now that I look at it, death is going to be a gift to me when I get there, because I'm going to live this life of unconditional love. I'm going to fill that God-sized hole in my heart with God, and fill it with love and unconditional thoughts of good, and just what I can do on a daily basis to help others, because that's why we're put here, We're put here to help others on a daily basis, Ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to be a superhero. I love Superman. And if you really know me well, I got a Superman tattoo. So I've always wanted to save lives. And, with the opportunity that God has given me and the places that He has puts me in a position to save lives on a daily basis right now. Just by being there, just by showing people, what I do and what works for me and what I can do to help them. And, just like tonight, I wanted to go to this convention. I wanted to, be a part of this big thing. But, God didn't put me there. He put me at these meetings at R&B right down the road. And that's Recovery and Beyond. That's over on Main and Country Club, basically right behind the DQ. Little plug for him. But just it put me in he's put me in the position to save lives on a daily basis just by giving people hope. And I want to be that person that can raise their hand and say, yeah, I got multiple years clean, so that I can be there for other people. And that's what He put us here to do, is to help one another get through these experiences in life, and to get through these life lessons, so that when we have eternal life and we walk with God again in our spiritual life, we can be all on the same page. And I love what I'm doing. I love my job. I love my relationships that I have with people here, and the new relationships that I've built with people at these meetings. And this is the first time I've actually taken it seriously and not had any contradicting thoughts. And I just want to thank everybody. If you see this and you get anything from this, this is just the way I journal. This is what I'm going to throw out there. I've had to, resort to doing these videos and then posting them instead of doing the live thing. I like the live thing. I'm going to go to T-Mobile, try to get that situated so I can do that again. But until then, if you see this, I'm going to post it up. We'll see how many people actually view it, how many people actually listen for the whole 8 minutes. But thank you so much for letting me share with y'all. And thank you so much for putting the time in just to listen to me and to gain something from me. Because that's what God's put me here to do, is to talk on a daily basis. Because, y'all know I love to talk. So if you want to listen, you want to take something from something, do that. I'll be on here a lot more. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a good night. Say your prayers. Chew on that, y'all. Late.